I don't want to put that there. Hello everyone, welcome, happy Thursday, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're just joining me, today is Thursday, September the 23rd, it's 2 o'clock. I normally try to do my weekly lives at 11 a.m., but I had a change in schedule for today where I had some appointments this morning. So I'm hoping this 2 o'clock hour is not too late for some of you out there on the east side of the country, but I'm happy to have you if you get to join me. For those of you who don't know me or are new to my channel, my name is Cheryl Horvath, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Ouch, just stubbed my toe under my desk. And I am going to make a card today for a Halloween card, and I'm going to be using a Halloween stamp set called Clever Cats. I'm going to give a few more minutes here, hoping somebody jumps on. I did have a change in time, so not sure if I'll have anybody here or not, but let me flip my camera down to my desk and give you a little sneak peek. This is the card we're going to make. I am going to change it up just a little bit, add a couple different colors to it, and we're going to use the blending brush today. This is a little bit labor intensive card. It does take a minute to put together, but while I'm waiting for some of you to get online, I wanted to let you know that, let's see, today's the 23rd. There's really only like 8 more days left to take advantage of Celebration. So don't forget, some of the products that you've seen me use and some of the other demonstrators use are not available for sale. You have to earn them through rewards. So that means for every $50 you spend, you can get some of this great paper. This is sold out, the bedazzled paper, which is a bummer, but this penguin paper has been super popular. And this one here, Peaceful Prints, also very popular. It goes nicely with the Peaceful Deer bundle. If you're interested in making some of your own holiday cards this year, this die set matches the stamp set that's in the annual catalog. So the stamp set's in the catalog, but you can't get the dies in the catalog. The dies are through Celebration, so you can earn these. There was another one of paper that I wanted to show you. Oh, this paper right here. This is all black and white paper, and it coordinates with the hand-penned petals bundle. If you guys have that already, this paper is really nice with it. So I would encourage you to reevaluate whether or not you need any more supplies, and hopefully you will change your mind and hop on and place an order. If you do place an order, my current host code is on the screen. If your order is going to be over $150, you don't need to use the host code. That just means that your rewards will go straight to you. If your order is less than $150, then if you use the host code, then that allows me to accrue some points to get some goodies to share back with you, my customers. So there's that. Okay, I think I am going to get started with this card because, like I said, it is going to take a little bit of time. And I'm not very dressed up for you today. I'm in my flannels. It just feels, I've been waking up in the morning. It's been so dark. It feels cold to me. So I'm double layered up today. All right. So the Clever Cats is the set we're going to use. And I was inspired to create something fun with this stamp set for my newest team member, Darcy, who just purchased this. And I was thinking she might need some inspiration on what to do with this set. So this is one we're going to use today. There does not have any coordinating dies with this set, but the stuff is really easy to fussy cut out, and I'll show you that. My tail says it's the twitching hour was the sentiment I chose for this card, but there are several others in here that you could use for the inside or the outsides of your cards. Okay, so we're going to get started, and we're going to build the brick wall first, and then there's some die cutting that we need to do, and then some stamping, and then fussy cutting, and then we'll put it all together. So to build the brick wall, I used just a plain piece of Whisper White. Oh, sorry for the arm. Get that down. And did I cut this down already? Yeah, this is cut to 4 by 5 1/4. And I told you I was going to change things up a little bit. I'm going to trim this down even more once I get the brick on it. But the brick and mortar is a 3D embossing folder that you can get in the annual catalog. It's $10, and it's just a really fun background. But in order to create this pattern that I used on the brick, I inked up my embossing folder. So I inked it up with Smoky Slate. And I know it kind of is scary to do this at first because you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to ruin it or dye it or whatever. I haven't tried it with red, but red actually might leave some color behind. But the stone colors and the earth tone colors that I've used have been fine. So just ink that right up. And did I ink up the wrong side? I think I did. I inked up the wrong side. So I'm going to show you how easy this wipes off. Look at that. This is just a wet cloth. There's no cleaning supplies on this at all whatsoever. It just wipes right off. All gone. Okay, I'm going to flip this over. So you want to, this is the top of my folder, you want to ink up the top. So when you place your paper in, the ink is going to transfer to the top side of your panel. If you're here, please put in the comments, say hello, let me know where you're from. Is this your first time watching? I'd love for you to say hi and let me know everything's cool with the sound. I did it again. Did I do it again? Yes. Pay attention, Cheryl. It might not make a difference, but I'm going to get it right. 3rd time's the charm. Put this down, make sure it's pretty straight so your bricks aren't all wonky, like so. And then you're going to close it up, and the sandwich that you use for die cutting 3D folders, get this out of the way, is the base. You use the base plate, which is number 1, and then you use the number 4 top plate. So you take out 2 and 3. You take out 2 and 3 and just go with 1 and 4 when you use a 3D embossing folder. So you place it seam side in on number 1 plate, and then you lay number 4 over the top and crank away. And let's see how this turned out. Pretty cool. Very bricky. That's what we wanted. And then just wipe this off really fast and we're done with this folder. You can run it underwater too. You could put your Stampin' Mist on it too if you want to make sure you get all the ink off. Okay, so there's the background of the brick. We are going to trim that down a little bit more. I want it to be, because I'm going to put a different border around it. I'll show you that in a second. So it's already at 5 1/4. You can see that it's already at 5 1/4 right here. We're going to take it down 1 more 1/4 of an inch. Trim that off. And then we're at 4 inches, so we're going to go to 3 1/4. hope I'm not messing up my design by doing this. I'm pulling an audible. Okay, so there's our brick background. Now we are going to create the window that you see. So this guy right here. And to do that, I used my Stitched Shapes framelits. I think these are retired. Pretty sure they're retired. And I'm going to use the second and the third. If I can get these out of here. These two dies together. And so I'm going to put, let's see, I remember how I did this. The window, yeah, I used the big die to cut the window. And then, yeah, so use the big die to cut where your window's going to go. And I want my window to go offset to the right a little bit and down. And I want to leave room for my pumpkin. So pumpkin goes right there. I think that right about there. And you want to make sure your window's straight on with your bricks. So I like to use my lines on my board to make sure my paper's straight. And I have to stand up so that I don't put my head in the camera. And there, I think that's pretty straight. So then I'm going to use my Post-it tape. And carefully, without moving it, tape it down. And then we're going to run this through. I'm going to grab my other plates back because now we need the number 2 plate and the number 3 plate on the bottom along with the number 1 base. I'm going to put this in there and then put our number 3 top plate back on. So this is pretty much your normal sandwich that you use for die cutting. Okay, I'm going to leave the die cutter out because now we're going to do the window frame. And I don't know, you could keep this piece, I guess, for an accent on something if you wanted. So the window frame is cut from smoky slate, which matches this color of the brick. And the way we're going to do that, let me move this for a second, is we're going to line these up and then I'm going to nest them, the two together, like so. This is going to create the frame. Nest them, hold them down, tape them down, run it through. Oops. And I'm going to do this 3 times because I don't want to use dimensionals behind. I want to build it up so that there's some height to this window so it looks like the kitty cat is sitting inside it. But I don't want to use dimensionals behind it because I thought it would look funny. So instead of using dimensionals, I'm just going to build it up with multiple layers of the same die. So here's what you have when you're done die cutting. So you've got your cute little window frame. So I'm actually just going to do 3 more of these. So bear with me while I line these up. Who do I have out there? Anybody want to be brave and comment? Let me know you're watching while I'm doing this. I wish I had a stand-up desk. It would be so much easier on my back. Okay, so here's the second one. You've got these cute little, there's that one. You've got these cute little squares that you could use for something else too. Okay, line these up. Actually, I could have taped them together. I could have taped the dies together so I wasn't having to line them up every time. That would have been smart. Sometimes I learn the hard way. So instead of taping the paper down, I would hold the dies together, pop out this, and they're still taped, and so now I don't have to reline them up. I'm going to pop them in. We're going to do, this is the last one. We're going to have 3 nice layers that we're just going to glue together for our window. Okay. I'm hoping you guys can hear me okay. It's awfully quiet out there. Okay. 4 little windows that we will line up. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So these will all get stacked on top of each other and glued together, and that will be our dimensional window frame. Now we're going to do a little bit of the background behind the window. So here I made it just kind of a light yellow color to make it look like there was lighting behind it. And so we're just going to grab a scrap piece. I have one, nope. Probably going to have to use, here's something, I can use this. So this is going to go behind the window like that, and I'm just going to make a little mark very lightly so that I know where my window area is. And then I'm going to grab, this is Bumblebee. And I remember when I did this the other day, I stamped it off quite a bit because I don't want it super dark. So let me, yeah. So what I did is I rubbed my blender brush in, and then I basically dabbed off most of it. And then just lightly brush in some light yellow, just to give it a little glow. It's kind of fun. Like so. And then these are going to go on top of it like that. Okay, let's see. Oh, and I did the spider. Can't forget the spider. With, here's my black ink. Spider came. We're going to use this guy. This is the little thingy the spider hangs from, and use him. Stamps very quickly, 2 separate. I'm going to put down his, what do you call this thing? That the web? It's not really the web, it's a part of the web, I guess. So that's going to just come straight down. If I look at my example, I'm going to do it right about there. That part's done. Put him back because it's, you gotta put the small stamps back right away because I'll lose them. And we're going to ink him up. Make sure my head's not in the way. Cute. What do I do with my... So now we can actually attach the window to the brick wall, and that part will be done. Get that out of the way. So we're just going to erase our little pencil marks. They probably wouldn't show anyway, but okay, and so now I'm just going to, with my glue that has evaded me, where did my glue go? This has hopefully got enough in it. You could use Seal Plus too. So put a glue around the whole border. I'm going to stand up again so that I get this straight. And put this down. I can still see my pencil lines just a smidge, so that was helpful to line up. Like so. Oh, you know what? I think I have to take this off. I think I need to put my window frame on because I have a feeling it's going to cover up my spider. I think I went too far over. So let's do that real fast just to make sure that's going to fit inside here. I'm making this harder than it needed to be. Like so. Okay, get that stuck back down. This is why I like glue. It's a little bit more forgiving than the adhesive tape. And then this is going to go right like that. Perfect. Okay. Took me 3 times again. 3 must be the number 3 today to get that right. But so this is going to nestle right inside this hole, like so. And then we're going to build this up. I think I'm going to have to remove my fleece. I'm starting to get a little toasty. Okay. Window's done. Remove that. Yes, I do have to take this off. The other thing I did do on the window, I roughed it up a little bit using a sponge dauber. I mark all my sponge daubers with the color that so I don't just go through them all. I can save them, and I got this little kit from Amazon. I think we do sell the sponge daubers, but I bought the entire kit with all the blank sponge daubers in it, and I don't remember how much, but I can link it below. So just gently tap, 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 kind of wipe off some of the excess, and I'm just going to lightly go around. You could do this on the top layer of the windowsill frame before you glue it down if you want, if you're afraid you're gonna get messy on the yellow. I like living on the edge. There, can you guys see the difference? It just kind of makes it a little bit more spooky. Okay, so that part is done. Now we're going to do some stamping. We need to stamp the kitty cat and the pumpkin and the hat. So let's do that real fast. And then that we're going to use some of this scrap paper. I'm not really much of a cat person because I'm allergic to them, but I used to not be. I grew up with a couple of cats. But as soon as I went away to college, once I came home, I lost my immunities to them. And it's terrible if you ever have allergies to animals, because I love animals. I love cats, really. I want to pick them up every time I see them, but I just can't. So we're going to ink this guy up pretty good. You can check the back to make sure you have good coverage before you do. If you're more comfortable using your Stamparatus so that you can get another layer of ink on there perfectly, you can do that. But if you ink it up real good, you don't really need to. So that stamped out pretty good. And if by chance it didn't stamp out well enough for you, then just take your Stampin' Write marker, your black one, or your Stampin' Blends marker, and just go over it. And it will fill in any areas that you might have missed. Okay, so now we need to do the pumpkin. And so there's two ways you can do this pumpkin. There's two stamps. One is a fill-in stamp, and one is an outline stamp. And the fill-in stamp looks like this. And it's not meant to line up perfectly. So I'll show you that in a second. We're going to stamp two of them. So I'm going to stamp the outline. Give me some room here. I'm going to stamp the outline in black first. And then you can stamp the inside with your pumpkin pie or Cajun craze or whatever color you happen to have for a pumpkin. I'm going to go full strength on this, and you just hover over and line it up. I line it the bottom edge up with here best I can and center it. And do you see how it's not filled in the entire pumpkin? That's intentional, just so you know. However, it bugs me. I don't really care for it. So you can either grab your paper, your pumpkin pie marker, or and fill in the gaps, or you can not stamp it at all and just use your marker across the whole thing. I'm going to use my marker, and I'm going to grab Pumpkin Pie Dark. And just go over the edges. And you might want to let it dry and then give it another coat, because you can kind of tell that it's not nearly as bad as it was without filling in the blanks, in my opinion. Okay, so there's that. We need to do a hat. What did I do with the, oh, there it is. And the hat, instead of in black, we're going to do the hat in Highland Heather, just to mix it up. Was it Highland Heather or Gorgeous Grape? Gorgeous Grape. I might actually change my mind on this once I get it stamped. Nope, I like it. Purple and orange are complementary colors on the color wheel. Did you guys know that? It is, it is. All right, and then the sentiment, I can get on this piece too. Let's put this away. And let's put this away. Hello, if you're just joining, say hi, tell me who you are. I want to know who's here. Okay. We are going to use the same sentiment. My tail's telling me it's the twitching hour. Super cute. Oh, we have to do the broom too. So I will have to use another piece of scrap. So this is just basic black, or I'm sorry, tuxedo black. And we're going to cut that out with the die that I'll show you in a second. Then we need to do the broom. And the broom, I'm trying all these things live and I should have tried it first. The broom is all black. But I'm going to try doing the broomstick part and crumb cake with a black handle and see how that turns out. I have faith. So what I'm going to do is ink this up. Maybe I do a brown handle. I think we should do a brown handle. So we'll do crumb cake for the broom part, and then maybe early espresso stamped early espresso for the handle. Let's try it. So I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to go just down to the edge of the broom and ink that up. And I'm going to get parts of the broom that I don't want. And to get rid of that, I'm just going to use my cloth and wipe away that ink on the part that I don't want. And then I'm going to stamp it. I'm going to stamp it again with second generation early espresso to see if I like that better. No, I don't really like that better. So that's okay. We'll go with that. Actually almost looks black. Let's try doing the broom part. We're going to do the same thing, only we're going to ink up this end of it like so. And then we're going to wipe off that little part in the center that we don't want. And now we're just going to hover. I have to stand up again. Hover. And line that up. Like that. Actually, that came out pretty cute. What do you guys think? It works. I've got a little stray there, but we'll use a marker and fix that. There. So we're going to cut that out. Fussy cut that out. And we're actually going to fussy cut everything because there's no dies to go with this. But it goes fast. Bear with me. At least I think it goes fast. I did, how many of you out there are paper pumpkin customers? I started something new last night with just a small group of gals. But we got on Zoom together. And the reason I like Zoom is because you can interact, you can chat. Like right now I'm just like chatting to myself, which is kind of weird. But with Zoom, you can actually be interactive and craft together at the same time, which is why I like it. And you can see their faces. For those of you who want to put yourself on camera, you don't have to. There was another gal that chose not to, and that's fine. She interacted just fine with us. But we got together and we put together the paper pumpkin kits from this month. So it was called the Haunts and Harvest, and they're really cute pumpkin treat boxes that you can make into jack-o'-lanterns or just regular, regular fall pumpkin for decor. It's fun. We were actually on for a little over 2 hours, almost 2.5 hours. So I'm going to do that again next month. You guys have to leave a comment for me if you're interested, because it's not a public event. You have to get an invite to it. So exclusive, I guess. This cat I'm going to trim right up to the edge like this, as close as I can, just on this flat part. The rest I'm going to give a little bit of a white border so it's easier to fussy cut out. And maybe I could zoom in a little bit. I don't know if you guys care to watch this. But he's got a little bit of a jagged tail, or, you know, little stray furry things hanging off his body that you can just kind of gently maneuver around. You don't have to get very precise at all. And it still ends up looking really cute. This will probably be my last Halloween project for this year. Unless I get, well, I take that back. I will be doing kit boxes, treat boxes for my grandkids. But other than that, my family's not really big on Halloween, so I don't send them cards, really. But I love to make them. This pumpkin's very easy to cut. Okay, we're almost done with the cutting, and we're going to assemble. I like the purple hat. I made it black on the first card, but I like this purple one. I think I'm going to put the buckle, grab my black pen, and make the buckle black. And just color that in carefully. Okay, there's our pieces. We need to die cut the sentiment. So I don't know if any of you have the Many Messages stamp set and die, but it's the one, it looks like this. And so this cuts out all of these, actually it goes like this. This die in one fell swoop cuts out all of these stamps. And I actually cut mine apart a little bit because I like to do them individually. But for those of you that like to stock up and create a bunch of sentiments all at once, like this, you have just handy, this is a great stamp set for you. Now, the way I used it today is I stamped my sentiment right here, and I figured out which one would fit, and I like this one. So I just kind of hover that over like that. I'm going to tape it down, because I tape everything down. And then I'm going to run it through the machine. I'll show you. I've got too much stuff on my desk to bring it back over to you right now, so I'm just going to do this here off the side. Ooh, that was loud. So you can easily just, it's a big die, but you could just die cut one thing at a time if you wanted to, which is how I use it. I got that from Erica Serwin, does that a lot. Okay, let's make some room. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way. So we are going to now put a little purple border around the brick wall. Where did it go? Here it is. So we're going to do a little border around this brick wall, and then we're going to pop it onto a black card base, like so. But I'm wondering if the Gorgeous Grape is a better color. I think the Gorgeous Grape. It's just more vibrant, and it matches that hat better, I think. What do you guys think? Gorgeous Grape? Hey Katie, how are you? Thanks for joining. So yeah, I think I'm gonna ditch the Highland Heather and go with the Gorgeous Grape on a black card base. I think that'll be fun. Okay. Get this out of the way. So now we need to cut this piece down to the right size, and that is going to be just 1/8 of an inch bigger than this. So this is 3 3/4. So I'm gonna make, oh gosh, that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's gonna be 3 7/8, which is a funny number, but it'll look good, I promise. And then this is exactly 5. So we're gonna make this 4 7/8. Cross your fingers that this works. Oh no, and I did it wrong. Did I do it wrong? I cut it too short. Darn it. Oh, I needed to cut it 5 1/8, not 4 7/8, so I screwed that up. Let's try that again. 5 1/8. I'm on a roll today. I'm all discombobulated. It's my husband's fault. He made me get up early. Well, early for me. There. So it's just a hint of a purple border. And then I think this is already cut to size. 5 1/2. Yep, so we just need to score this. So this card base is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And then I'm just going to do my bone folder. We're going to put this down. So this is how the layers are going to look, like that. And then like that. Whoops, that's upside down. I think that's going to be really cute. And then these will go down. So let's get the card front finished. I did pop up, oh, we said we were going to color that in black. We're going to color the buckle black. I'm holding my breath as I do this. Okay. Not quite perfect, but I almost want to I want to draw in a little band. It looks like it needs it. There. Don't be afraid to ad lib with your stuff. If it's not the way you like it, make it the way you like it. That's what I say. So that's going to go like that. My little broom that's brown now is going to tuck behind him and lean up against the windowsill, like so. Cute. All right, let's put it down. Dimensionals on the pumpkin. Oh, I did put a piece on, I'm going to omit that because I don't think I'm going to have room for it. Let's see here. I put like a piece of gray down on the bottom to be like a little concrete porch kind of thing. Let me cut a quick piece, see if it will work. Don't you love how I ad-lib this as I go? Yeah, that'll work. All right, we're going to do it. We're going to put the porch down. So this guy also was distressed a little bit with the smoky slate. And I'm just going to do really fast. Just a light roughing it up. Just gives it more dimension. Whoops. Okay, and then that gets popped up. We're going to use some of my dimensional strips. I'll just use this. This is the sheet dimensional adhesive. So I'm just going to cut a strip like that. We want to put this down before the pumpkin goes down. Like so. Did I get enough? I need a little tiny bit more. Okay. So distressed side up. We're just going to put this right at the very bottom edge, like so. And then we're just going to cut off the excess. No trimmer needed for that part. Okay. The broom did not go on dimensionals. The broom just went straight down onto the brick wall. So we'll put him down with some glue. And lean that right up against the windowsill, like so. Mr. Pumpkin is going to go right there. We'll just call him Jack. And he's going to layer over the top of the broom a little bit, just to make it look like the broom's been sitting out there for a while, doing nothing. And then we are going to pop up the witch's hat with some smaller dimensionals. To get that right on the hat, good, like that. I don't know how much time you guys like to spend on making cards. Some people would think, oh, this card is taking so long to make. But if you're just into making a special card for somebody, I mean, you won't probably want to mass produce this one, because it is a little time intensive. Oh, crap. My cat's covering the spider. We'll have to fix that. Let's see. You know, we're just going to wing it. No one's going to know, right? We're going to pop him up. He's going to look like he's sitting on the outside of the window now instead of on the inside. Oh, Cheryl. Today is not your best day. There. Not bad. Okay, and then for the sentiment, here also popped up, was going to go there, but I felt like I wanted to do, I don't know, like some purple behind it or something. Like just a little piece of trim, of purple trim and flagged. I feel like it kind of gets a little bit lost. So I was thinking about doing something like that, where we would angle cut the ends. Ah, my fingers are sticky. Like that. What do you guys think? I think I don't like it. Maybe it's just too much. Maybe I have too much purple showing. Maybe if I go like that. That's a little better. Anybody have a vote? Anybody care? Purple or no purple? It's gonna, whoops, it's gonna go on this. So it would tie in. I'm doing it. I'm gonna add the purple. I don't know how long the delay is. I know it's really like 20 seconds, I think, almost. So it's hard to ask a question to you guys that are watching and then wait for the answer. I get too impatient. So maybe I shouldn't ask anymore. Okay, we are going to glue this down. Just going to put a little bead of glue on the back and set that on top of this guy, like so. Grab your dimensionals again. Don't get close to the one edge because it's going to, the right edge is going to run over that window and you don't want the dimensional to bump into the windowsill. So it's going to go like that. I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here to keep that down. Jamie says she likes the purple. Good. I do too. We're going with it. And I wanted the broomstick to pop up behind the sentiment a little bit. So there's the purple. I like it actually. Let's get this out of the way so you guys can see. Let's put this down on the card front. And wiggle him around until he is centered. Oh my gosh, I like it. I like this one better than the first one I did. The purple, I think, really makes it. So Darcy, if you're out there and listening, you've just got your tutorial for your first card with your new stamp set. I can't wait to see what you do with it. What do you guys think? Pretty cute. And then for the inside on this one, I just did that. And I think I probably would do the same thing. I can do that real fast. I cut this down to, my inside white panels are always 4 by 5 1/4. And let's see, what do we want to do with the inside of this? I really like this cat peeking. Like that. And then I did that first, and then I didn't feel like that was enough. And so I added the hat and the spider. Maybe I'd take the hat away and just put the cat and the spider. I'll try that. And then the sentiment we'll use is have a perfect Halloween. So we'll just put this right up here, like so. How many of you guys want this set now? It's pretty cute. This here, I'm going to line up my grid so that I can line up my spider webby thing so that it stays nice and straight. Like that. This is our little kitty cat. Oh, he's cute. And then we need the spider guy. There. Oops, wrong card. Let me grab him. Yeah, I like it. So next week's live, I know I said I wasn't going to do Christmas before Christmas or before October, but I'm thinking about for next week's live, I want to do showcase the Christmas card kit that's available right now, because I have it. I haven't done anything with it yet other than open it, and it's really cute. And I just want to show it to people so that you guys, if you're interested in having that kit to make some of your cards with this year, if you're doing your own holiday cards, it would make your Christmas card making chore very easy. So, get everything out of the way here. This is my final kitty cat. It was intensive to make, but I think it turned out super cute. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Let me know. And let me know if you want either one of these cards. I'll send it to you. Just leave me a comment. The first person to comment, someone can have the purple card or someone can have the black and white card. If you'd like me, I'll send it to you free of charge. Just let me know. Okay, next week, like I said, Thursday, 11 a.m. I'm going to go back to my 11 a.m. normal time, and we're going to probably do, if we don't do the Christmas card set, I don't know what we're going to do. I'll have to think about it. If you guys have any ideas or want me to showcase a particular set, let me know. Ping me or leave me a comment, and I'd be happy to create something with a set you suggest. Celebration ends next Thursday. Don't forget. Is it next Thursday? No, I think it's next Wednesday. And then here's my host code. If your order's under 150, please use that. And also, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel and hit that like button, and join me next week. That's it for me, guys. Thanks. Take care. Bye.